Hello guys, in this video I wanted to show off my custom Fusion runtime that I'm currently working on, and let's see what we have here. So we have the runtime itself and we have a custom Fusion build module. Here if we select FusionX and we try to build it, just select random executable and wait for a little bit, we'll see this nice looking GUI that doesn't scale properly, and if I hit build we'll see our CCN file appearing here, and if I run it it's not gonna work because runtime doesn't support frames that have no events inside them. I'm currently trying to fix it because there's some really dumb stuff going on. So I'm gonna be using decompiled Five Nights at Freddy's games for the testing because I just like Five Nights at Freddy's games and I think that's the perfect choice for us. So let's set the build type to FusionX and just build it like a normal Fusion game. The building takes a little bit of time because that's how Fusion works. Let's just wait for it to finish building the thing. So I'm just gonna demonstrate that everything works. Well, pretty much everything works. So here we have our new CCN file, and if we run the executable, it tells us that the perspective extension is not implemented because I haven't implemented it yet. I don't know if you can hear the sound of the game. You probably can't, and I think now you can. Alright, so here's our game. We can see some debug information, and I just love how fast the rendering system is. And the actual game still runs at 50 FPS because otherwise the code will break. Like the game would be running at a faster speed because like events are not bound to a timer, so they run as fast as physically possible, or as fast as the frame rate is allowing to run. So yeah, this is our Five Nights at Freddy's, and as you can see, everything pretty much works except for the perspective extension because I haven't implemented it yet. Let's just close the game and run the thing again, just so I can like start the custom night, I think. And let's set Bonnie to 20. I haven't fixed that stupid bug when it doesn't allow you to click the object faster than like 2 times per second, I guess, because that's how double clicks work, and if I change the time, like if I changed how much time it takes to actually register the next single click, it would break the double click events, and I'm currently thinking of a way to fix that without breaking everything. So let's run the game. Let's actually, start the night and see what we've got. So let's wait for a little bit, and yep, one is gone. Some of the sounds don't play. You can see here that I'm clicking the trigger that plays this sound, but it doesn't get played, and I fucked up. Well, I can't do anything. Right, we're dead. So let's try a different game, I think, because why not? Let's try Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Change the build type again. Build, select the executable, and wait. So after we test this on Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I'm gonna explain how the runtime works and what it actually is. Same thing about the extension that we don't have, and It pretty much runs just like the original game, except we don't have the font bank for some reason um, in the game CCN file, so I'm just loading a random font with a random size. I think let's set Golden Freddy to the maximum AI level and see what it does. Here you can see the flashlight works, everything else works. This trigger doesn't work for some reason, I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the perspective extension, I'm not sure. This thing, the music box, works. I messed up. Alright, I think that's enough. So let me actually explain how everything works. So this thing is based on the XNA exporter that was released about 10 years ago, I think. Yeah, this probably was like 10 or even 11 years ago. And it doesn't work on modern versions of Windows because XNA is dead. But I have ported the thing to Monogames, so it kind of works. And the other thing I did is that I ported it to the new CCN file format that allows me to actually build games with the latest build of Fusion. Here you can see that's the latest build that is available in the Quick Store. So yeah, I have removed some of the Windows Phone stuff because it was just breaking everything. I also implemented these two extensions because without them I wouldn't be able to actually run any of the FNAF games, because it just breaks the entire game without when the extension is missing, and the game tries to execute an action or check for a condition from that extension. It just breaks the event loop, and yeah, we can't just ignore them. Well, actually we can ignore some of the extensions, like perspective. I think it doesn't matter if you have it or not, it just won't render the effect, the shader. And I have done actually a lot of changes to this thing. The first one is that I changed the way it reads the CCN file, not only because I had to, because the CCN file, the new format of the CCN file uses compression, and I think it doesn't use the encryption system in the custom build module, but I'm not sure, I might be wrong. So yeah, I have changed some of the stuff, and because some of the like sub chunks like for objects and frames are compressed, I had to change the way these are being read to. I have also changed the way it loads images and sounds because of the same issue that I had with with objects. I just wasn't able to load them like the original runtime did, so I changed that too. And the image loading is multi-threaded, so it's a little bit faster than the original runtime, but the entire thing is still pretty slow. So here you can see that it takes about like 5 seconds or so to initially boot the game. It's running under .NET 7.0, so I can technically use the native ahead of time compilation in this thing, but it just doesn't work because of the mono game, and I'm currently thinking of a way to fix that. But other than all of those issues that I've just mentioned, it works pretty well, and I think if I manage to fix these issues, it will work just like the original runtime does. So to finish this video, let's try some other games. I haven't actually tested Five Nights at Freddy's 4, and it might not work, but I still wanna try it, because why not? Yeah, the building process is pretty slow. I don't know what causes it. Maybe the fact that images are compressed when I decompile them with my decompiler, because otherwise the project file will be too big and Fusion won't be able to load it. Alright, so let's try running it and see what would happen. Oh, it actually worked, I think. Or did it? Yeah, well, not exactly, but yeah, it kind of works. The shaders are missing, so that's probably the reason why it doesn't really work. Let's also try Five Nights at Freddy's 3 because that's how I actually figured out why there is a delay between like objects click events. Let me show you. So hit build, to hit run, and the game runs. I have also unlocked everything using a save file because I can't beat the game on the nightmare mode to get the 3rd star. So yeah, this also happens sometimes because when it switches the frame, it doesn't reset the mouse click variable, and like the runtime thinks that I just press the button, the mouse button, and it it executes the action and moves me to the next frame. This is your issue with sounds. I don't know what's causing it, but I can't stop some of the sounds, and that's a little bit annoying. So let me show you what's happening. So I have to. This is how I normally like do double clicks. I just click it twice and it seals the event. But if I decrease the time between the single click events, it will break the double click. So I'd have to click really fast to actually seal the event. And I don't really know how to fix that, but I actually know how to fix it, but I don't know if it's gonna work. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to show in this video. So thank you for watching, and bye.